Hello everyone, this is HGJ Halloween, and today I am back to discuss another super exciting sneak peek for the 2019 season, actually two sneak peeks. I'm going to be talking about the 4.3-foot Sam from the movie Trick or Treat, as well as the 6.4-foot Arctic Dragon from Spirit Halloween. Alright guys, so honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was contemplating if I was even gonna make a video on these ones or not, because although I think they both are in stores, I'm not a super huge fan of the licensed. I'm just gonna be real with you guys, I don't really care too much about licensed props, just because I'm not gonna have actual movie characters in a haunt. These kinds of things are more for collectors who just enjoy having all of the things from the movie series and all of that type of stuff, but for me, licensed don't really excite me. I really enjoy the new original characters that Spirit Halloween comes out with, because those are what I purchase and use in my haunted house, but I never really pick up any licensed. Now, the Arctic Dragon was kind of a random release that they also did after the Sam animatronic, and they didn't actually do a sneak peek video on their YouTube, at least yet, I don't believe for that. I don't think they're going to. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it seems like they would have done it today if they were going to do it. The Arctic Dragon is not technically licensed, I don't believe, but if any of you guys have watched Game of Thrones, and sorry if this is a little bit of a spoiler, but I think the Winter Dragon has to do with Game of Thrones, so I don't think that the idea is completely unique, but I don't think it's actually licensed as being from the show. But what is really interesting about the Arctic Dragon is that I think this one is going to be in stores. And as some of you guys may know, there has been an online-only Arctic Dragon that's actually different from this one that's been on Spirit's website for a few years now, and a lot of people wished it was in stores because it would look super cool. But that one I think was actually 7 feet tall, and it was like $500, whereas this one has $350. But I guess we'll get into more of that later. First, I do want to go ahead and look at the Sam from Trick or Treat. Now, this is the one that is definitely licensed from the Trick or Treat movie, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't really know exactly, like, I've heard of the movie Trick or Treat, but I did not know at first what Sam was. I didn't see this and instantly be like, oh, it's Sam from Trick or Treat. I actually thought at first that this was not a licensed prop, so I was kind of excited about it. Then I found out that it was licensed, and I wasn't excited about it anymore, if I'm being real with you guys. But, yeah, so I'm not a super huge fan of the Trick or Treat series or any of those movies. I don't think I've watched any of them, so I don't know too much about Sam. However, this is pretty cool because they do always have some licensed props. You know, it's Halloween. We want to have some Halloween classics in the store, and this is going to be kind of like the Michael of 2019, although he is only 4.3 foot, so it's a life-sized kid, but it's not quite as large as the Michael prop that we were getting. So there is a video on Spirit Halloween's YouTube of the Sam, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this isn't first time reactions. When I saw that these were kind of licensed and just kind of like little releases, not the original characters that I was hoping for, I didn't think I was gonna make a video, so I wasn't too concerned about getting the first time reactions, so I hope you guys aren't disappointed with that, even though I probably still put it in the title. But I am going to be sitting down and watching the video with you guys. So yeah, they have not released one on the Arctic Dragon. I still am going to look at his video on the website, however, but first we'll go ahead and take a look at Sam's video. So let me get the audio up for you guys, and let's take a look. And that's like the only noise it does, is that little They do that one time and that's it. And then they do it again and it's the exact same noise. Yeah, so as you can see, the Sam animatronic pretty much just turns from side to side. He has his lollipop, which I guess is a classic thing that Sam from Trick or Treat holds on to, that's half eaten out of, and he just goes up and down with it, very similar to Michael with the knife, and he also is made by the same company as Michael. He also is holding a burlap bag, and it looks like, I'm going to go ahead and click on his page right now. It looks like he has 2 interchangeable heads. When I first saw some posts about this, I was like, oh, this is really cool, because I didn't recognize it from Trick or Treat, so I thought, oh, this is actually really cool. It's like a head spinning one, but it's not. It's licensed, and I think it's just 2 interchangeable heads. So let's see. Sam from Trick or Treat moves his arms up and down in a stabbing motion, and his torso also moves side to side as he laughs and plays music from the movie. So I guess that music might have been from the movie, I'm not 100% sure. Display him with his classic burlap sack head, or change it up and give everyone a real good scare when you put his unmasked pumpkin head on. So I guess he typically has his burlap sack head, which is classic, but I guess they've shown him unmasked before in the movie or series, whatever it is, and he does have that really creepy looking pumpkin face, which does look awesome. I guess we'll go ahead and scroll through some photos here. By the way, pricing, he's $169.99, and that is a little bit expensive for being 4.3 foot. However, you know, that's kind of how it is with these licensed animatronics, because they kind of have to pay to get the rights to use them in the first place, so it tends to be that way. But if I'm looking at this here, yeah, so we have Bloodthirsty Betty, although she is only 2.2 feet. I'm worried that Bloodthirsty Betty is going to be smaller than we expect, guys, but Bloodthirsty Betty is $160. This guy's $170. And although he's 4.3 foot, something like Bloodthirsty Betty, to me, seems more worth it. But I guess 170 isn't too bad, because honestly, I could see them putting this at like 200 just because it's licensed, and that's just kind of how it tends to be, because they know there's people out there that are going to collect it. They had to pay to get it in the first place. So I don't think 170, I guess, isn't too bad, considering that, you know, it is a licensed prop, and Betty is only 2.2 feet. So I guess they're both pretty small. So let's go ahead and scroll through some photos here of Sam. This is the cover photo with the burlap head. This is the cover photo with the pumpkin head. So that is really cool. It's always neat when a prop has an interchangeable factor. We did have that one zombie, like, John Doe type of situation with that guy in the body bag that rose up. Toe-tagged corpse is what it was called, and that one was actually pretty neat, where you could actually interchange it from being just a regular person or an alien, and it actually, I think, changed up audios and everything. So that is really cool, with how much interchangeableness that had. But this has a little bit of an element of that with having the two different heads, and if you are a collector, I'm sure that that's really exciting for you guys. Here is a picture of it with the pumpkin head, just with the white background. And as you can see, he also has some pretty realistic looking hands that are sticking out holding that lollipop and the burlap sack. Then we also have him with his burlap face right here. Then down here, it's another side photo of his pumpkin head. And on this one, those eyes look really realistic. They almost look like they were pasted in there, but I guess it's just like the way it's reflecting off of it. Yeah, that is a super creepy pumpkin face. I've never really seen this movie, so I'm curious what that looks like in the movie. There is a lot of photos. I guess we'll just scroll through all of them. So this is the side one with the pumpkin head. I don't know if I already showed it up or not. This is the back of him. I guess he has a little pocket on his back. Another angle there. They put a lot of angles on this one. Here is that same angle, but with the burlap head. And then our back angle with the burlap head. So definitely get to see all around Sam to see exactly what he looks like. And it will be interesting to see this guy in stores. You know, Michael, they kind of incorporated pretty well into the farm theme by just having him out at the entrance. I mean, it's just a slasher animatronic, so it really could go well in anything. But I am kind of curious where this guy is going to go, because he's kind of small, and he might be a little bit of a sore thumb in like an asylum or something. So my guess is he won't be going in the same theme as some of the other originals that we've seen before. Or maybe he'll have his like own stand, which would be interesting. But they normally do that for Jack and Sally. So now let's go ahead and watch his video on the website, because sometimes, like I said, it shows you a little bit more. I don't know if this one really does, though. So that's the only noise they give us. So I guess that music is from Trick or Treat. So I guess you're getting the music from like with the kids kind of singing in the background, you're getting the music from Trick or Treat. He only does a couple little chuckles though, which I do find to be a little bit strange, but I guess it is what it is. So his torso moves from side to side as he laughs and the music plays from the movie, and he does the stabbing motion. I think it would have been kind of cool if they had that lollipop. I guess it's supposed to look however it was in the movie, but I think it would have been kind of cool if they had that lollipop like sharpened into a knife or something like that, and then or bitten into like a triangle, and then he was doing that with it. But it's just kind of like him holding a lollipop, like normal, kind of going up and down with it. But I guess that is his iconic look. Exclusively at Spirit Halloween. Let's see, includes all of the things you're going to need, the 2 interchangeable heads, so that is a really cool feature. Product sounds, background music from movie, and laughing. It only has like 1 little laugh track according to all of these videos, but maybe there's more than that. Infrared sensor activated, step pad compatible, multi-part remote activator compatible, Charmy button, battery pack compatible. Again, I don't understand what that means, unless they're just saying the battery pack on it, but it says sold separately. Adapter is included, and all the materials, metal, fabric, plastic, foam. So I guess maybe his heads are made out of foam, or I guess like inside the burlap there could be foam, but that pumpkin head does look like it might be made out of solid foam. And wire, electronic parts, blah, blah, blah. So, and do not use if allergic to latex. So I guess it also includes latex. So that's pretty much all there is to say about Sam. Like I said, not one that I'm going to be getting because I'm not super interested in the licensed characters, just because I try to have original things in my haunted house, and I don't really do any sort of like movie displays, but will be really cool for any collectors, and will definitely be neat to see this guy in stores in person. So now let's go ahead and head over to the Arctic Dragon, which again, it's interesting that they're doing another Arctic Dragon because they have already done one in the past, but it doesn't seem to be a coincidence that they're doing this right following the new and final season of Game of Thrones, which, by the way, was an absolute disaster. But that is a whole different thing, not for this channel. But here is the 6.4 Arctic Dragon. Now, I really like this guy, but it wouldn't be anything that would fit into any of my themes that I have going on. A dragon is a little, a little bit out there. But definitely will be super cool to see this one in stores because I do think he's awesome, and I have considered getting him before. But the old one, though, which looks almost exactly like this one, let's go ahead and jump right into the video of him, which I don't think I've watched. Let's go ahead. Yeah, so it looks almost identical to the other one. I don't know exactly what the differences are. The sound might be different. So his eyes light up blue. His neck and head moves from side to side. You have the fog coming out of the mouth, which is an awesome addition. The wings going back and forth, but obviously it's not flying. It's just sitting down. It has some really cool looking big feet with talons going into the ground, and fabric hanging down from it, which looks kind of unrealistic and weird, but I guess they might have just had to do that to kind of fill in a little bit. And the wings do look alright, I would say. They look not, amazing, but they look as good as you could get with some fabric wings. So let's go ahead and show the photos. This is the cover photo right here, which is a pretty cool pic. And then it looks like we have a dragon skull possibly in the background, which would also be a bit of a reference to Game of Thrones, possibly. And then we have the front angle pic, which looks really, really cool, of him standing there with that white background. So I do think that the Arctic Dragon is a pretty sick prop. I'm really surprised that it's going to be in stores this year, just because, this is like completely out there for something that they would have in their themes, and it just kind of seems like a bit of an outlier, but who knows? I guess we'll be seeing it incorporated somewhere. Maybe this will be off on its own, or maybe it won't really be like displayed in stores. Maybe it'll just be sold in stores, but this will be really interesting to see how they incorporate this if they do. Like I said, it's $350, so I'm almost positive the other one was $500, so you're getting a slightly smaller dragon, 6.4 feet, but definitely a lot more worth it if money is an issue for you guys, because 500 is quite a bit for one of these dragons, and 350 is at least a little bit more affordable. I mean, it's expensive, but you know, what can you expect? This is a 6.4 foot dragon. It has a lot going on. And I'm sure the fog machine isn't included, so that's kind of another thing that sucks, but let's go ahead and check out the description. The Arctic Dragon's flapping wings, LED light. Oh yeah, it also has those blue light up eyes, which looks super great. And moving head will give this dragon a lifelike look that will draw in all of your guests. Hook up a fog machine, sold separately, so that is kind of a catch there, because the fog machines can be like $50 a piece, so if you don't have one of those already, that does add to his price. And watch as it breathes fog clouds from its mouth. I think the fog is like almost a necessity though for this thing. Displaying this beast as part of your Halloween decor will make your display one to remember. I do agree with that. He is super creepy, and I'm sure if you did some sort of Arctic zombie, or especially if you did some sort of Game of Thrones situation with the walkers and the frozen zombies, then that would be a really good thing to have. So once again, this isn't something that I'll be picking up because there's not really a way for me to incorporate this in. It's also really expensive, but it probably will be one for the collectors a little bit. Fog machine compatible, sold separately. Step pad compatible, multi-part remote activator, try me button, battery pack, and dimensions 77-inch height, which again, it is 6.4 feet, so it is pretty massive. And it's got some big horns sticking up on there. The detail overall is amazing. 91-inch width, that's why that's big, is because it has those wide wings, and a 22-inch depth. 23.8 pounds, so it's pretty large, pretty heavy. So this is a pretty massive animatronic for anyone who is a huge fan of Game of Thrones and all of the ice stuff. This is definitely one for you. But I cannot wait to see what else Spirit Halloween has to release in these upcoming days. This was a exciting couple of drops, but like I said, I do get more excited for the ones that are really original. The Ice Dragon we kind of have already seen, because this is a little bit of a remake, just a cheaper one and a smaller one than the Ice Dragon we had already seen before. But I'm very curious to see what else they're going to have to release for us in these upcoming days, and I will attempt to get as many videos out on them as I can. I am going to have some stuff coming up later in the month, so I might miss a few of the last sneak peeks, but I'm going to try my best, guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of Sam and the Arctic Dragon in the comments section below. Down in the description, there will be a link to my Instagram if you want to get more content from me. There will also be a link to Spirit Halloween's website if you want to get the Arctic Dragon, Sam, or anything else on Spirit Halloween's website. This is the perfect time to shop because nothing will be sold out yet, and obviously you guys will have those 20% off coupons down in the description as well. If you purchase something on that link, it will help me and the channel out, and like I said again, you will be getting 20% off discounts personally from me in that description. The other thing is there will be the HTJ merch shop. If you guys want to check out some HTJ products, there will also be a link down there as well. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed these sneak peeks, and I'm sure we have a lot more to look forward to. And Spirit Halloween stores will be opening up right around the corner. Should be, first few weeks in August, so it's going to be here before you know it, guys, and I can't wait to see all of this stuff out and displayed in stores. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.